So today I kind of want to talk about the feeling of kind of what I call the unwant. It's kind of whenever you feel, unwanted. Um, I'm pretty familiar with the feeling of being unwanted. It's uh, it's a really bad feeling. Um, Sometimes it's really hard to kind of beat the feeling of feeling unwanted, but you know, I live with it. It's uh it's kind of I mean, I'm not necessarily gonna say it's a bad feeling, but it's a feeling that's unwanted because you feel unwanted. Um, just kind of wanted to talk about the feeling of being unwanted, I guess. And so when I was younger, you know, like really young, uh, I first started feeling unwanted inside my home when I was growing up because my dad, he uh he was at one point married when he was really young to my stepmother, Megan, and I shouldn't be throwing names out, but I don't give a fuck. So, but uh, he had my half sister Cassidy and my half brother, little brother, Dakota. So I'm the oldest of them, and a lot of the times growing up, I could feel that I wasn't accepted inside of a lot of situations. For instance, like punishment wise, a lot of times I was punished growing up for working. That would be my punishment. Would go work, go rebuild a shed, go clean out a shed, take everything out, put everything back in, redo a whole entire driveway full of gravel with only one pail bucket, even though that you're, 10, 11, 12 years old. And a lot of other times do a lot of hard work, go chop wood, chop trees down, move logs, and at this point of age, you know, when you're young like that and you start realizing things, the whole entire world starts opening up. Um, so recently, within the past 2 weeks, I've kind of started, remembering things from my past, uh, of feeling unwanted. And I guess I kind of feel that now, even though I know I'm accepted, you know, my Aunt Jenna and Uncle Derek, if you're watching this, I want you guys to know that I do feel loved by you guys. And I thank you guys for everything you did, bringing me in and help me recover from everything. Um, but it's just a feeling that it's really hard to beat, because you get this feeling inside your tummy and inside your stomach. It's really hard to beat the feeling that of feeling unwanted because your stomach starts knotting up. Sometimes you get really cold feet. You start sweating really bad. It's really hard to make eye contact, and that's a lot of problems that I have is making eye contact with people. Um, just because you could tell, you could feel that you're unwanted. It's like being unaccepted. And I guess recently I decided I wanted to kind of film it and talk about it a little bit. So I guess the reason why I feel unwanted right now is because I've been at my aunts and uncles with their family for 2 months now. Be 2 months on the 15th. And, um, you know, uh, I've accomplished some goals. I have a 5 step goal. One was to recover from the attempted suicide part and to get on the right track with going to appointments and doctors and stuff. And now I got that done. So, that's one thing off the list. Another one was to get my ID, which came inside the mail today, a Virginia license. So, I had to put down my old license and from Kansas and put my new license in today, which I'm really happy about. That type of stuff is really cool. But uh, the third step is to get a job, and this is the part right now that I feel like I'm unwanted, is because um, I've been here for 2 months, and sometimes I feel like I'm unwanted because I go downstairs, I go smoke a cigarette. I'm constantly at the house. I don't know what to do. I've been in Virginia for only just a little bit. I don't know anybody. I don't have friends. Okay, I got friends in Florida that are just like my brothers, and one of them's like my sister. So um, it's hard to feel to be accepted when you've only really known certain people just for about just a minute. And like I said with the eye contact thing, that's something I recently been kind of noticing that I've been having trouble doing, was making eye contact with my aunt and my uncle, because I'm constantly here at the house, man. You know, I can't really do anything about it, and who knows how long until I get a job. I don't know how long until I get a job. That's something that I'm never gonna know until it happens. But I'm working really hard right now. Been making a bunch of phone calls, been searching the web. So tomorrow I'm gonna go out and kind of search for a job by foot, because it seems like that gets me out of the house for a little bit, and puts a really big step into my agenda. But um, I guess that's kind of all I really wanted to say about the feeling of being unwanted. I really understand the feeling. It sucks, and it really does suck. Um, for everybody out there, that really feels unwanted, believe me, I know how you feel. Um, just got to know that there are certain people out there who do care, and who are willing to put their life aside for a moment to help you feel wanted. And I think that's a feeling that everybody deserves, because we're all people, we're all humans, and being human is about understanding that we aren't meant to be alone, and that is the truth. We're not meant to be alone, in fact. Um, like, I have anxiety. I have very severe anxiety, really bad. I believe I mentioned that in one of my other videos, but part of uh, part of my huge problem is feeling acceptance, and it's sometimes inside your mind you got to really think that feeling accepted is something that you have to fake sometimes, and it's really hard to fake feeling accepted, especially when you put on a fake smile and you put on a fake face. And that's something I do every single day. That's something I've been really trying hard to beat, is put my real emotions out there instead of trapping everything up. Um, I just have a really bad problem with trapping everything up, and I don't know. I just lately I just been thinking a lot, a little too much actually. I just been thinking a little too much about everything, and uh, it's kind of catching up to me, especially with not sleeping. I have really bad insomnia. Um, Not sleeping, it's kind of making me feel even worse, because I have really no time but to think about certain events, and especially when the past comes back and eats at you. It's definitely true, the past does come back and eat at you, but you have to accept your past. You have to accept to be the person that you want to be in life, and the only way to do that is do the things that you really do want to do with your life. For instance, like me, I just want a family. I just want a kid, loving wife. But these are things that are gonna come later in life. If whenever it happens, I'm gonna accept that. But for the time being, I have to work on myself. Just like there's people out there who need to work on themselves. And if you know anybody who feels unwanted or not accepted, just take a second and put yourself inside their shoes and really feel how they feel. And I'm telling you, it is a bad feeling. I know I said that, it's not a bad feeling, but it just hurts your heart more than anything else. So, all right, I guess I should quit rambling on. So, all right.